Alright guys, PlushyDom here, and another time I unfortunately lied to you guys. So yes, I did say I was going to separate the toy convention from the flea market stuff last year, but I started shooting the toy convention video, and as I was doing everything, going through everything, I kind of realized it was going to be super short, so I just figured just add it to the flea market haul. So yeah, so this is the toy convention and about 5 or 6 flea markets. So yeah, a lot to go through, so let's get started. Also, don't mind all the fans and stuff. It is like almost 100 degrees out today, and again, I sweat like a pig, so just a heads up if that's annoying you guys. And also, I know my desk is an absolute mess right now, but I've been working on a bunch of stuff, and it's just been kind of nuts. So with all that out of the way, let's go through all the garbage I bought. So the first one is actually about 3, which means 3 separate flea markets that I went to over the winter last year that I only found like one thing each at. So just to kind of rapid fire them, this one was from the flea market where I got, what did I get at that one? I got a Battle for Bikini Bottom, the movie game for the GameCube there. And I went there with my grandpa one weekend, and there was like absolutely nothing, but there's this table filled with a bunch of plushies, and the only one I found was this old Tom. And yes, you guys saw him in the plush collection video, so yeah. Just I got him from a flea market. I had to just throw him in here. And then another one I went to was actually a swap meet at a racetrack. He just goes online and he finds random flea markets in Connecticut that he just takes me to. Like, he just goes on there, see if there's anything near. He's like, oh, that looks cool. Me and Dom will go there one weekend. So he found that one. It was like I live on one side of Connecticut. I live on one side of the state, and then it was on the very end of the other on the other side. So it was quite a ride, but we got there, and there was just a bunch of car parts and just anything like in that category. But there was this one guy with a bunch of old toys, like even had a Genesis in the box. Nothing really else that caught my eye there, but except this guy. Yes, I know you guys saw him in the plush collection update. It's a talking Roger, and yes, I have the other one. I just did not. Okay, I just realized I could have grabbed them, but now I just don't want to. But it's basically the same, except this one talks. And it pretty much just works the same way as Woody from Toy Story. So, yeah. I'm just happy that the voice box works because, yeah. Because after I bought this and, like, I told everybody and stuff, like, dude, check this out. No, it's like a talking Roger plush. And everybody was just like, dude, the voice box sounds great. Like, the main issue with these is that the voice box just absolutely dies out after a little while. So, I'm happy mine still works. And then the final one was actually this indoor one that used to be this, like, old metal and wood shop. Like, the inside of it was super cool. Like, there was all these big machines and mills inside and stuff like that. But they turned it into a flea market, which there was a lot of cool stuff there, but nothing really caught my eye. Except, this. It's the old KFC Taz mug. Like, I know there was a whole set with, like Taz, Bugs, Daffy, Wile E. Coyote, Tweety, like every Looney Tunes character. The only one he had was Taz, which I had before because Taz is my favorite Looney Tunes character. So, yeah, I got it for like $5, I think. So, yeah, happy I got it. About to get a little extra here. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Okay. A toast to me finding over 30-year-old garbage. So this next one was like the first like fully flea market that I went to. It's the flea market where I got what did I get at this flea market? Oh, my original Xbox app. So yeah, I found a lot of stuff there. And the first two things are games. So the regular video game guy I go to there, it was like buy one for a certain price, they get another one free, so I got two. So first one that I got was Crimson Skies for the original Xbox.
Hey Zachary, welcome to the Bandit Rush Challenge. Think you could top my time?
How much should we wager?
Complete. I just got it because I heard so many good things about this game. And yeah, it says best Xbox Live game. So yeah, I played it and it's pretty fun. Then the next game I got was the Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown.
I was having a horrible nightmare!
What is it, Timmy? The TV's broken, and I was just about to watch the season finale of Crash Nebula!
Just a disc. You guys know I'm a sucker for licensed games, especially ones of movies and TV shows I loved as a kid, so yeah, I just got this. And next thing I bought was a Hot Wheels car. So I feel like every flea market has that like one Hot Wheels booth or vendor. So this one guy just had a whole bunch of Hot Wheels, but he also, there was another part of his booth where like it was all just movie, TV show cars, and I got this Ecto-1. Because I'm pretty sure this is the same one I got as a kid, so I just kind of wanted to get it. It's like, you know, just nostalgia sakes. I think it was like $10, so yeah. So next two things are actually pretty cool. So, and again, I actually got these at a pretty weird one. There's this one guy who had a whole booth of like bootleg Lego minifigures, which again, I feel like every flea market has one of those. But there's another part of his booth where it's just a bunch of figures and stuff like that. And there was this Bendy Roger. His arm, pretty much only his arms and head are bendy. And next to it was this Bendy Jessica Rabbit in the box. Like, dude, like, it's not in the best of shape, but like, it's still like in the box. Even has the old Lionel toy sticker on it, so that's pretty cool. I think these were $5 each, so $10, of course. So this next one's actually pretty cool. And again, from a weird spot. So this one booth just had a whole bunch of tools and stuff, I don't know. But the one thing that caught my eye on that booth was this guy. It's a BD&A Wing Cap Mario little clip plush. It's obviously a smaller version of the actual Wing Cap Mario. Shout out to my mom, she got this for me for Christmas one year. So I saw this, I immediately wanted it. I think it was $10, like I didn't even haggle him, like I just wanted it. Then the final things are some plushies. There's this one guy at this one where just his whole booth is just plushies and Funko Pops and stuff. And I found 3 there. I found this old SpongeBob. Ah! I can barely do his voice, but I can do a laugh. This is like from the early 2000s. Like the eyes are plastic. The overall look just, because I'm pretty sure I had a SpongeBob plush that was like this as a kid. So, yep. And along with it was this big dot from Animaniacs. Because you guys know I have the smaller one, but I find anything Animaniacs, I just grab it because, you know, my favorite animated show. So, yeah. And then the last one's actually pretty cool. It's our boy. The one and only Peter from the hit PlushyDom movies, like Neverland and Return to Neverland. So, obviously, mine that I used in Neverland and Return to Neverland were in pretty rough shape. Which I didn't get that. I didn't get this for that. But I just got it for the heck of it. And actually, in Return to Neverland, when Hook hits the Peter doll. It's actually this one. So, yeah, it's a fun little trivia for you guys. So, I think I got all these for like 30, so, yeah, decent deal. Okay, so this next one was a couple weekends after that. It's the one where I got my, where did I get that one? Oh, my Dukes of Hazzard TV tray. So, with this one, I'm just gonna go in for the kill. A PlayStation 1 with the LCD screen.
I've always wanted to play Goofy's Funhouse in McDonald's.
Dude, like, I was so happy to find this. So, this one guy, he had just a whole bunch of junk video games, like the $1 to $5 ones you find at, like, every video game store. But in the rubble of that all was this. It's in decent enough shape. The hinge that locks the screen in place is broken. But he was asking only 100. And the last time I saw one of these was a couple years before this. And it was like 250, so I figured if it didn't work, I could just sell for parts. So I ended up talking him down to 70 because even he didn't know if it worked. So, yeah. And if you guys saw that short, I took it home and it worked. So, yeah, happy about that. And then these last things I just got from that one family who has that huge toy booth. So, first one was actually probably my favorite besides the PS1 LCD screen. It's this Bo doll from the Dukes of Hazzard. Because the main reason I got this is because if you guys remember the Luke doll I got from the same flea market a couple years before, I mostly got this to go with Luke, but of course Bo is like a little too big and tall. Which I'm pretty sure he was taller than Luke in the show, but whatever. They had it for about 20. So I talked him down to 15, so there we go. Then the next thing was the little Jazzwares or First Four Figures Metal Sonic. Because I have almost the whole set except Sonic and Metal Sonic, so I got Metal Sonic. It was only like $5, so just one for him. And then 2 plushies. We got it is Puss in Boots, the best Shrek character. This is the one that was made to promote Shrek 2. So a little bit nostalgic for me. And then money, SpongeBob me Bob. And then just Beanie Baby Mr. Krabs. So I think these were like, I think I was like got them for like $10. So yeah. And I forgot one thing. They do have like a little video game section in their booth. And in it was an entire box of these. These little Sonic Superstar standees. I'm pretty sure these are like pre-order bonuses. I'm not sure. But they just had an entire box of these like they were being sent to the store. So I grabbed one. And then a couple weekends after that, I went back to this flea market. Because why not? So again, I went back to the same booth where all the plushies and video games stuff are. And happy to see the first thing I found was my boy. It's a brand spanking new Herbie plushie from the Disney store because this is mine from when I was a kid. And as you can see, it's in pretty rough shape. But, found this, like, with the tag, everything. Like, dude, I had to get it. And then alongside it was the Jazzwares Modern Sonic. I got him because why not? Because I don't really have that much Jazzwares Sonic stuff, so, yeah. Yeah, I am agreeing their plushies weren't like their strong suit. Their figures definitely were. But, yeah. And then another booth I went to was just a bunch of old bootleg plushies. But I found Sans and Papyrus. It goes about $10 for all. Wait, Papyrus still has his tag on him. So Papyrus was $8, and I don't see Sans anywhere. So I remember getting them for about $10. So yeah. And then the day after, I went back to the flea market where I got the Bendy Roger and the Jessica figure. Because, why not? So the first thing I got there was another Bendy Roger. From the same guy, nonetheless. It's like the only thing bendy on him is his arm. But yeah, I got the bigger one, so I kind of felt like it was fitting to get the little one. So yeah. Then at the booth where I got the Dot, SpongeBob, and Peter, he had more plushies. So the first thing was this big Angry Birds pig. Just whenever I see Angry Birds stuff, especially the pigs, I just grab them because A, they're good for videos, and B, the old Angry Birds stuff is getting hard to find. And along with it was the Odyssey Mario. Because I remember when this was in GameStop, like, I kept going on and off, do I get it, do I not? And I never got a chance to get it until now. He didn't have any of his hats, so that's a downside. And then the final two things were a couple of the Pac-Man ghosts. I think it's Pinky and Blinky, I think their names are. But yeah, they do have these like speakers. I'm not sure if they work anymore. You have to like bang on them in order to get them to work. And yeah, they're not working. And then the final two things are games, and actually from the same series. It is Crash of the Titans.
Mika, sucker!
Hey, genius, I can't actually hear you. I'm really far away, and I'm flying like a hovercraft or something.
And Crash Mind Over Mutant. Complete. And complete. So, this was just in a booth with like some video game stuff. And they had no prices on them, so I just took them up to the guys like, hey, how much? And he just said 10 for the both of them. Like, okay, so I got them $10. And then a couple weekends after that, I went back to the same flea market. And I found some good stuff. So, the first things were a bunch of games. And 3 of them from the same series. We have Ratchet and Clank 1. Complete. And then Ratchet and Clank 2, or Going Commando. Complete. And then Ratchet and Clank, A Crack in Time. Complete. And then finally we got Ghostbusters on the movie on the PSP.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes! All right. This chick is toast!
So I got all these for about $50, I think. So yeah, pretty good deal. And then I went back to the same guy where I got all the Roger Rabbit stuff from, and he had some good stuff. So the first thing was this suction cup Roger, like still in the box. Like the box is not in good shape, but Roger is like minty. And the suction cups like still feel like they could like stick on something. Just stuck in my hand, but he fell off. And alongside him was this little Roger keychain. I don't even know what store that is, but it still has the tag from the store it was at. So these were about $5 each, so $10. Of course, I go for it. And then the final things were plushies I got from the same guy. And I'm just getting my favorite out of the way. Is Build-A-Bear Stargling the Hedgehog. I mean, Toothless. I actually had no idea it was a Build-A-Bear until I got home. Like, I just carried it around the entire flea market. And then just got back in my car, drove home. And then when I got home, going through everything, I saw that. I'm like, oh, he's a Build-A-Bear. Okay. But, dude, I think it was like $10. Like, dude, come on. He's too adorable. I had to get him. And alongside him, I got the savior of Smash Rap's career, Shrek. Donkey! Ogres have lairs. As you can tell, I'm excited for Shrek 5. This is actually the one that came out around Shrek 2. So, yeah, that's cool. And two really cool ones from the cartoons that I love. We have Pinky from Pinky and the Brain, or Animaniacs. So, yeah, they didn't have Brain, so that's another one I'm going to look out for.
I think so, Brain. But where are we going to find a duck in the house at this hour? No!
And then the final one was this old Jerry to go along with old Tom. So, yeah, cool finds. And then the final flea market I went to before we get into the toy convention. I'm just going to get the video games out of the way because I pretty much got them all from the same person besides one. The first little stack, just getting my favorite out of the way. Bowling for the Atari 2600. It was only $4. I had to go for it. Then next was Lara Croft Tomb Raider Legend.
The video is going to make me sick if you keep on swinging, Lara.
Look away from the screen then.
Complete. Basically, if you choose grade the living life out of Uncharted, you get this. Kind of like the Indiana Jones game on Xbox and PS2. Then the next one was Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal.
Good night, everybody.
Your luck is extraordinary, sir. But do you lose as gracefully as you win?
I would not know, Maximilian. I never lose.
Complete. The next was actually one of my favorite licensed games of all time, Toy Story 3 on the PS3.
It opens up with this fantastic intro stage, playing like a mix of Crash Bandicoot-styled animal riding, Uncharted-style platforming, and Red Dead Redemption 2 train hijacking as we brutally murder a load of aliens by throwing them onto the metal tracks at 90 miles an hour.
Which, I do have it for the 360, but on the PS3 version, you get to play as Zurg in the toy box. Like, that's kind of my unwritten thing. Like, if there's a specific, like, feature that's not in any other version, I just get that version too. So, yeah. And then the final game from these guys was the Lego Movie 2 video game. Complete. Because I had and still have the first one. I had it as a kid and I absolutely played the life out of it. So I've been meaning to get this one and try it out. And then the final video game I actually got from somebody else. It is Frogger's Adventures Temple of the Frog for the GBA. It's still in the box. Like, everything's in there except the cartridge is in, like, GBA game case. So, this guy just had a whole bunch of, like, toys and stuff, and he just had this little bin of video games. And this was one of them. It was about 15, but I got him down to 10, so, yeah. I actually left some things out from the video games, so, again, that whole booth is both toys and video games, so I got a couple of figures, so first things are these two little Toothless figures. This one is just, like, kind of realistic looking, and this one is just all chibi, so. And then the final one was this loose Wreck-It Ralph Funko Pop. So I kind of always wanted the Wreck-It Ralph Funko Pop, because like Wreck-It Ralph was like one of the only things I like from Disney. So yeah, it was only like $5. I had to go for it. I think these were $1 each too. So yeah. And speaking of Funko Pops, there's this one guy there who just has a huge Funko Pop booth. Like, again, I really feel like every flea market has one of those, but every single one of them was like $10, no matter what it was. So I probably would have went nuts if I had more money, but so first one that I got was Felix. Again, Wreck-It Ralph is one of the only things I like from Disney, so I got Felix. Then the next one is Krusty Krab Pizza SpongeBob, and SpongeBob, what are you doing to that pizza? Because Nickelodeon finally did some SpongeBob Funko Pops. I just got Sponge Gar from like another store. I'm still trying to find Doodle Bob. Like, I want Doodle Bob so bad. And finally, I got Rapunzel. Because Tangled is, again, one of the only things I like from Disney. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was Tangled, the first 3 Tinkerbell movies, and Gravity Falls. Those were like the only things that both me and my sister liked together when we were kids. So, yeah, to this day, Tangled is one of my favorite Disney movies, so I felt like it was kind of fitting to get Rapunzel. I kind of just realized the only 2 plushies I got was also from the video game booth. So the first one I found was this Namco Tails. It was cheap, so I got them, so why not? And then the next one was Gromit! Cheese, Gromit. I need the cheese. I remember the crackers. I loved old Wallace and Gromit stuff. I'm excited for the new movie. So, yeah, I saw this guy. I had to get him. I'm pretty sure, like, he makes sounds. It feels like there's a sound box in him, but I can't really get it to do anything. But, yeah, it's cool. Welcome back to the segment of these videos where Dom forgets something. Same one where I got all the video games. I found this Uncharted book for $1. I'd be an idiot not to buy that, right? Please don't answer that. And now, finally, the toy convention. I'm just gonna get the video games out of the way. So, the first one was... Actually, 2. Was, Tiny Toons for the Genesis. And Shinobi 3 for the Genesis. This one guy just had a whole bunch of video games, and like one table was just all Genesis games, and these were just the only 2 that caught my eye. So I think I got them for $30. Then the next one, I'm pretty sure it's the same guy where I got all those GBA games I got the first year I went. So it was just a whole bunch of Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, all that. And the only one that caught my eye was Zelda Link's Awakening. This is actually like legit one of my favorite Zelda games, even though I'm not that big into Zelda. And then this last guy just had bins of like Xbox, PS3, Wii games. And then this little shelf of like valuable games. And the number one thing that caught my eye in that booth was the Kirby's Dream Collection for the Wii. Like, with everything. Like, the little celebration book and the game inside, everything. Soundtrack, too. So, yeah. And the thing about this was, everywhere I saw this, like, occasionally, because this thing is pretty hard to find. Every time I saw this in a store, it was like $50, $60. But here, like, with everything, it was 30. So I jumped on it. I was like, I'm pretty sure the last time I saw this in a store, it was just the game without the soundtrack, and it was like 50. And we're just gonna get the plushies out of the way. And the best part about this booth is that it's the same guy where I got my original Xbox from. And he's basically the type of person who's like goes to conventions, flea markets everywhere. He had a fully tagged GE Sonic X Tails for $400. Like, that right there is my white whale. Like, every collector has their white whale. Like, Pat Mac had the Soap Shoe Sonic. And I can't really think of anything else, but something like that. For me, it's the Sonic X GE Tails. So, it was super cool to, like, see and hold the thing. But I got 3 plushies from him. The first 2 was a BDNA Bowser and a BDNA Diddy Kong. They're BDNA Mario plushies. I had to get them. But the one that is interesting here is this little Roger. Look familiar? Because I got this before I got this, so I got this at the toy convention. Like, had it, whatever. I'm actually, now that I think about it, he's like small enough so I can use him in videos, so I might do a Roger Rabbit episode. Anyway, I got this at the flea market, like, I don't know, weeks, months later. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's what this came from. So I thought the suction cups were probably cut off, but then when I compared them, he's taller, and there's like no markings where the suction cups used to be, so shot down that theory. So if anybody knows where this Roger came from, can you let me know? Then the last few things are just a bunch of odds and ends. And the first one is the Bob Hoskins figure. I mean, the Mario movie 93 figure. Because if you guys know, I got the Luigi a few years back, and I've always been looking for the Mario, so I got him. And alongside it, 2 more pretty cool things. It's the Wendy's Kids Meal Mario, like, still in the packaging. Never been opened, so that's cool.
Now Mario, Nintendo Superpower Plumber, is jumping into Wendy's Kids Meals. That's right, the defender of the Mushroom Kingdom is getting chased, racing on the Super Circuit, and speeding out of control. There's one Nintendo Mario toy in every Wendy's Kids Meal. You can collect all 5.
And this old Mario book stopper from the 80s. Because I actually put it like at the very end of my video games just to kind of keep him from falling. So, yeah, that's a practical use too. And then the last 2 things I got from another guy selling video games. First one was the Rob amiibo. If I can't get the actual Rob, I might as well just get the amiibo. And then the final thing was the NES Max controller. Because I love the NES, but the controller is way too boxy, so get it as an actual controller. Oh my god, this is going to take forever to clean up, so yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, so bye. See you guys later.